going back to the cosmological argument, I was just going to ask, you mentioned, the whole thing of the matter, energy, space, time all came into existence at some finite point in the past. Therefore, it would have needed a creator that is, spaceless, all that, but timeless. But that seems to imply that a cause would be occurring before time came into existence. So can we even have a coherent notion of causality in a timeless environment?
Yes.
How do we even make sense of such a thing?
Yes, because as William Lane Craig would say, the man who's on your shirt, he would say that causality was simultaneous with the creation event. Okay, so, and it's hard to speak this way because we're using temporal language to describe a period where there was no temporality, there was no time, but before, meaning ontologically before again, it wasn't until God created the universe at that creation point was the cause. God created the universe in a simultaneous way. The same way, and it's an analogy, but that light right there is being held up simultaneously on that rack, right? It's causing that light to stay up. And that rack is staying up because it's attached to the building. And the building is staying up because it's attached to the earth. And the earth is staying up because there's a law out there that's keeping us, laws out there, forces that keep us doing what we're doing. And laws come from lawgivers. So an argument we didn't have time to talk about right now is that the universe is directed, the laws that govern the universe are directed, and they don't have a mind of their own, so there must be an external mind that put those laws and forces in place and keeps them going. This is what Aristotle called the unmoved mover. Thomas Aquinas came along in the 1200s and said, this is going to be my fifth way to argue for God, that all of nature is consistently going in a direction. If it's going in a direction, there must be some mind directing it. This isn't a cause in the past, it's a cause every single second the universe exists. It's a simultaneous cause. It's not a historical cause, it's a vertical cause. Every single second the universe exists, there are laws that are holding it together. And someone just a few minutes ago quoted when Paul said, in him we live and move and have our being. And by the way, the writer of Hebrews says, God sustains all things by his powerful word. So you can have a simultaneous cause, just like that's a simultaneous cause right now.
But could time have just had some nexus, and it just doesn't make any sense to say it came from anything?
Well, you could say anything. Could it have? It could it have, but do we have any evidence for that?
Yeah, true. I think it runs into like the limit of what human knowledge can really get to, and so I just feel like it's hard to like argue sometimes because like it kind of goes into a spiral of the things that are really hard to even comprehend.
Okay, but so the law of causality says everything that comes to be as a cause inside the universe, right? Certainly that's the case.
Sure.
Okay. Why would we expect that law to be different for the universe itself? I mean, what's the odds-on favorite? Why don't we look at it that way? What's the odds-on favorite? What's the odds-on favorite? That the universe had a cause or it didn't? That it did, right?
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, okay. There you go.
All right, thank you.
All right, thanks. All right.